news updates on AFRICUNIA television, bringing you updates from around the world here in our studio in the nation's commercial capital, Lagos, Nigeria. And I'm Deborah Ezeh. We begin from Nigeria in the fintech industry. Update from our sister company, the AFRICUNIA Bank. Today, 4th of July 2022, AFRICUNIA Bank, a fintech giant and a leading global digital bank headquartered in the UK, signed a mutually beneficial partnership deal with AFRICRED, headquartered in Mali, another fintech giant offering unsecured microloans to the unbanked in Mali, Togo, and Niger. This partnership is timely and another milestone for AFRICUNIA Bank as they look forward to many more milestones and partnerships with major top players in the digital banking sector and beyond in the coming weeks, months, and years. Meanwhile, the long-awaited AFCAsh is live. AFCAsh, the coin of AFRICUNIA blockchain-powered digital bank, has debuted on the market through an initial exchange offering, an initial decentralized exchange offering that will last for 1 month, which ends July 31st, 2022. AFRICUNIA Bank has announced the details of the IEO and IDO, representing an essential step in making AFRICUNIA Bank among crypto enthusiasts. And now moving on, a former governor of Kano State and presidential candidate of the New Nigeria's People Party, Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, has stated that the electorate in the north won't vote for the candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, should the latter be the candidate of the proposed NNPP-LP alliance for the 2023 general elections. Kwankwaso also disclosed that the alleged closeness of Obi, a former governor of Anambra State, to a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party is frustrating the negotiation of the NNP and the LP alliance. Kwankwaso made this known on Sunday when former Minister of Defense had agreed with Obi on joining forces to defeat the two dominant parties, opposition PDP and ruling All Progressives Congress. He said the NNPP is discussing with so many people, individuals, groups and parties, believing that at the end of the day, it will win elections at all levels. Meanwhile, bandits kill community leader's son, adopt 3 women in Plateau. So far, 48 persons have been confirmed dead following Wednesday's attack by bandits on a mining site at Ajata Aboki community in Shiroro Local Council of Niger State. According to the breakdown of the casualty figures, 34 soldiers, 8 mobile policemen, and 6 civilians were confirmed dead. The activist said it was extremely sad and demoralizing to lose such a huge number of patriotic citizens and gallant officers at the war front, stressing they paid the ultimate price while trying to defend the sovereignty of Nigeria and lives of unharmed citizens. The statement, however, showed that as new and more information comes in, the public will be updated. In another development, bandits last night stormed Washna village, Panyam district of the same Mangu local council and took away 2 women, including Malam Anatu Wasna, mother of Danladi Washna of National Assembly, Abuja. The State Police Command, through the spokesman, DSP Alfred Alabo, said he had not gotten the detail of the incident as he had sent a signal to the divisional police officer in charge of the area. Now, still in Nigeria, residents of the Ogbaru community in Ogbaru local government area of Anambra State have decried the military invasion of their communities. They accuse the soldiers of killing their innocent youth in the guise of fighting crime and criminality in the area. The soldiers have also reportedly invaded several indigenous people of Biafra Eastern Security Network camps in the community and killed the dissidents. The residents' lamentation followed alleged killing on Tuesday and Wednesday at Osomala, Umuwankwo, and Obegwa community by the army. An elder in the community who spoke on the condition of anonymity said the military personnel had been searching houses and the process allegedly killed over 100 youth in the community. He said the community was not against the military fighting criminal element, but they are worried the scores of innocent lives have been lost in the process. Viral video of the alleged attack showed abandoned corpses, shots on the forehead, heart region, stomach, back, and reproductive organ region littered in several communities or location of the communities. Now away from Nigeria, West African leaders met on Sunday in Ghana capital Accra to review sanctions they have imposed on 3 military-ruled countries in their volatile region. Heads of the Economic Community of West African States were gathered to assess efforts to secure timetables and other guarantees for restoring civilian rule in Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso. Mali underwent coups in August 2020 and May 2021, followed by Guinea in September 2021 and Burkina Faso this January. Fearing contagion in the region and notorious for military takeovers, ECOWAS has imposed tough trade and economic sanctions against Mali, but lesser punishment against Guinea and Burkina Faso. Opening Sunday summit, Ghanaian President Nana Akufo-Addo said the 15-member bloc was committed to supporting the three countries' return to democratic order and will take appropriate decision after hearing reports on their progress. The sanctions have badly hit poor and landlocked Mali, whose economy is already under severe strain from a decade-long jihadist insurgency. After months of bitter talks, the Malian authorities on Wednesday approved the plan to hold presidential election in February 2024. The vote will be preceded by referendum on a revised constitution in March 2023 and legislative election in late 2023. And now still on the African scene, thousands of protesters took to the streets of Khartoum on Saturday after 9 people were killed Thursday in demonstrations against the country's ruling generals. Video shows a police armored vehicles firing tear gas towards the protesters who used shields and threw stones in retaliation at the vehicles. The demonstrators moved later at the sit-in area which started last Thursday night outside Draude Hospital where injured protesters are still being treated. Sudanese military authorities have met the protest with a deadly crackdown which has so far killed 113 people, including 18 children. Photographs of the dead were posted online in some cases in an effort to identify them. The Sudan's Doctor Committee, a medical group that monitors casualties from demonstration, said security forces shot and killed 9 people, including a child, in or near Khartoum during the rallies on Thursday, as demonstrations coincided with widespread internet disruption. We go on a short break now, and when we come back, it's updates making the rounds on the foreign scene. Stay with me. And now welcome back. We now head to the foreign scene. 3 people were killed and several more were wounded in a shooting at a shopping center in Copenhagen on Sunday, Danish police said, adding they had arrested a 22-year-old Danish man and charged him with manslaughter. The attack rocked Denmark at the end of an otherwise joyful week, just after it hosted the first 3 stages of the Tour de France cycle race. The event has sent hundreds of thousands of cheering Danes into streets across the country. Copenhagen police said armed officers were sent to Fields Mall in the capital late on Sunday afternoon after reports of the shooting and had told people inside to stay put and await assistance. Local media footage showed groups of terrified shoppers running from the mall, and the suspect was apprehended at 5:48 p.m. local time, carrying a rifle and ammunition. Police launched a massive search operation through the local Zeeland region early Sunday evening in search of any accomplice. And now moving on, fresh evacuation orders were issued for tens of thousands of Sydney residents on Monday after relentless rain triggered flood for the 3rd time this year in some low-lying suburbs. An intense low-pressure system off Australia's east coast is forecast to bring heavy rain through Monday across New South Wales after several places in the state were hit with about a month's worth over the weekend. Since Sunday, about 30,000 residents in New South Wales state have been told to either evacuate or want they might receive evacuation orders. Frustration swelled in several suburbs in the west of Australia's largest city after floods submerged homes, farms and bridges. Footage on social media showed patrol station, homes, cars and street signs partially underwater, while garbage bins floated down flooded roads. Military vehicles also seen going into flooded streets to evacuate stranded families. And meanwhile, the European Investment Bank, the lending arm of the European Union, is proposing a funding structure previously used during the COVID-19 pandemic to help rebuild Ukraine with up to 100 billion euros of investment. The EU Ukraine Gateway Trust Fund would seek to have an initial 20 billion euros in contributions from EU countries and the EU budget in the form of grants, loans and guarantees. The guarantees in particular would have a multiplier effect, leading to infrastructure projects totaling some 100 billion euros, about half of Ukraine's more immediate needs. The EIB's proposal unveiled today, Monday, the first day of the International Ukraine Recovery Conference in Switzerland, that aims to provide resources to Ukraine and aid a post-war recovery. Using an instrument similar to one used before means it can be put into action more rapidly, and also it would allow others to contribute and could easily be scaled up. Now, the European Commission must first give its assent, with a majority of EU countries then having to approve the plan. EU states will subsequently decide whether to contribute to the fund. And now, still on the foreign scene, Macau kicked off a new round of COVID-19 testing for its more than 600,000 residents on Monday, as officials in the world's biggest gambling hub race to limit spiraling infection in the city's worst outbreak since the pandemic began. All residents faced 3 rounds of tests this week, in addition to rapid antigen tests, as Monday's 68 new infection took the toll or tally in the former Portuguese colony to 852 since the middle of June. About 12,000 people are in quarantine, although the Chinese Special Administrative Region has not ordered a full-scale lockdown of the kind imposed in mainland cities such as the business hub of Shanghai. Macau is already largely closed. Non-essential government services are shut, with schools, parks, sports and entertainment facilities closed, while restaurants may only provide takeaway items. Its infections are still far below those elsewhere, including the neighboring global financial hub of Hong Kong, which has seen daily cases jump to more than 2,000 this month. Now, away from the foreign scene, we now head to the sports scene. Next African Cup of Nations will be played in Ivory Coast in 2024 and not 2023, Confederation of African Cup (CAF) President Patrice Motsepe said on Sunday. The tournament was to be hosted in June-July 2023, which is the height of the rainy season in Ivory Coast. With the World Cup in Qatar taking place in November and December this year, the decision has taken to postpone the finals rather than bring them forward. It means the Nations Cup will be held in January and February for the second time in a row, after this year's tournament in Cameroon. CAF Secretary General Veron Mosengo Omba said there are no plans to permanently move the finals back to January-February, given the contrasting weather patterns across the continent at different times of the year. And finally, Israel Adesanya successfully defended his middleweight title at the UFC 276, while featherweight Alexandra came out on top with a one-sided point victory over rival Max Holloway. Adesanya used his height and reach in expert fashion against Jared Cannonier, employing a ramrod jab and vicious leg kicks to control the distance at the T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. The Nigerian claimed an unanimous point with the scores of 49-46, 49-46 and 50-45 as he retained his title for the 5th time and called out Alex Pereira in octagon afterwards. Now, Brazil's Pereira, who holds 2 kickboxing wins over Adesanya in 2016 and 2017, knocked out Sean Strickland on the undercard. "We know who's next," said Adesanya. "Next time I put you on a skate, you're going to get frozen like Elsa." And that concludes the news update on AFRICUNIA television. Do follow all our social media platforms on Jointoon, Pangram, Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter in their respective order. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay connected and up to date to our news and other programs. Once again, I am Deborah Ezeh. Bye for now.